All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run a draw here on 2nd down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Keenum. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Freeman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. On 1st down, Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Keenum again. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Very left, very left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Out of the gun, Watson. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. QT, Charles, he didn't make his debut this year until week 4. Busted out with 11 catches in that win over Indianapolis. And now you got Will Fuller done for the year with a knee injury. He's a big part of this offense.
He certainly is, because he's quickly going to have to become one of those go-to guys for Deshaun Watson. And a guy that he can get the ball to pretty fast, because Will Fuller provided a lot of speed and flash and could work inside and outside. QT's going to work out of the slot mainly, get it to him, and let him go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best.
Exactly.
Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Keenan going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
Take two.
Now Keenan to try again after the pick six. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Well, you know, we've got a pretty big sample size now from the NFL season, Charles. I want to ask you, going back to the draft, who was the biggest steal in 2018?
Well, the biggest steal was Philip Lindsay.
Oh, guy that wasn't even drafted?
Wasn't even drafted, but how about what the Denver personnel department did, identifying him ahead of time, potentially not being drafted and ready to pounce when the call didn't come for him. And what a job he's done for them. Running it, catching it, open field guy, in traffic, he's done it all. I think Saquon Barkley from the Giants has been everything as advertised. Calvin Ridley with Atlanta has been spectacular. Quentin Nelson, offensive guard with the Colts. He was Rookie of the Month, wasn't he?
Yeah, back in October. How about that?
Yeah, how about that for an offensive lineman? We've had 4 quarterbacks start games: Mayfield, Darnold, Allen, and Rosen.
And Quentin Nelson, one final note on that. He was the first offensive lineman ever given that award, so hats off to him.
Definitely.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, CD, as we look forward, get closer and closer to the postseason, what do you think if you had to pick the Super Bowl teams right now? Who would you take?
Let me start in the NFC. And I think that the Rams and New Orleans seem to have separated a little bit right now. They seem to be the prime 2 teams. But I'm looking in the NFC South. And the Carolina Panthers would scare the heck out of me if I were anyone in the NFC. Defense continues to get better. Cam Newton having his best season since his MVP year of 2015. Versatile weapons on offense now. I like the momentum that they've been building. On the AFC side, of course, you have to say New England until further notice, naturally. You have to say Kansas City. But I do think that Houston has really built something because of their defense especially. But bottom line for me, the Los Angeles Chargers are really starting to make a move with Phillip Rivers leading them.
Yeah, all the talk about the Chiefs, but the Chargers right there. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the front.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Demaryius Thomas, 41 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Keenum now on 1st down. And from the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, I want to revisit our preseason Super Bowl picks.
Must we?
Well, we're getting closer and closer toward the playoffs. So
we have to revisit
who did you have? You had the Falcons.
I had Atlanta.
But you couldn't predict all those injuries the Falcons
couldn't
had.
predict all the injuries.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
To throw, it's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
No, Roger, Roger.
They are going for it. Keenum. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So the Houston Texans get the football again here in just a second. And they're coming off another win. 6 straight wins. Although last one was a little intriguing down the stretch. A collective exhale because Brandon McManus had
What'd you call that? A collective what?
Exhale. Yeah, because McManus had a chance to win it for Denver but missed the field goal at the buzzer.
You did mention 6 straight wins for Houston now. First team since the 1970 New York Giants to run off 6 straight after an 0-3 start, and they continue to open up a bigger lead in the AFC South.
Now they have their open week coming up, followed by a game at Washington, then 3 straight home games, Tennessee, Cleveland, and Indy. So we'll see what they can do if they can keep this train rolling.
And this open week comes at a great time for their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Gives him a chance to heal up a little bit from some tough injuries.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson going deep for Hunt, and it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. Well, going deep here for Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is taken near the 13. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Richmond.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Sliding up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now, 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
52, here we go. Hey, go, Roger.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And he's got some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Now he's flushed out left. He can run for it, and he will. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
52.
Keenum now on 1st down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Bunt, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth.
Reset.
Here's Watson now on second down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Watson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.